don't know what each other's saying, so we just looking at each other while he's driving. He's barely driving because he's looking at me and hitting the brake. Why is the shirt matching the pants? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Marshall Says, where I typically do have a lot to say, y'all. If my alarm goes off in a couple minutes, I am sorry about that. Honestly, me trying to record this video today, this morning, is kind of cutting it loose, but I'm trying to get it in for y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I just woke up, so excuse the energy, but I am definitely up, okay? So I went on a date with a Cuban guy. And I work with a lot of different Cubans, Guatemalan, El Salvador, Mexican type of people. And obviously I met this person at the job. I was working in a different area this day, and this particular area had a son and a father. Well, the son and the father knew this guy because this is their cousin. So as I'm working, the cousin drives by on a forklift, and I guess he sees me. He has blue hair. He's nice and tall. A little acne on the sides. It looks like he can dress because of the shorts and the collared shirt he had on. But I'll save that for later. Um, um, so sorry. So, um, the guy talks to the people I'm working with that day because they're family, and he walks up to me and gets on Google and translate that he wants to take me on a date. And in the midst of this, his supervisor comes up. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, like he's looking at what we're doing." He's like, "Oh, you trying to mac? Like you trying to get her number? You trying to take her out on a date?" And so he's just like, "Yeah, like excited or whatever." So I really didn't know because I'm like, this dude don't speak no English. He's cute, but he ain't that cute. And like, I'm just thinking of everything worst possible. Like, how can we, da 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 da. I'm giving him the little, excuse like, hey, I'm going on vacation soon, so no, we can't really link up. I'll be leaving in like 2 or 3 days. Woody woo, I'll be gone for a week. Woody woo. All this is true though. I had went to Myrtle Beach, but this was perfect timing and it was the perfect excuse. So the supervisor's like, good save, like thinking like, I'm trying to push the guy away. In which at the moment it was kind of like that because like we're working, but you know. So I gave him my number or whatever, and we started texting. Obviously, every message is in Spanish, and I still got the messages to this day, y'all. So every time I'm writing to him, either I'll leave it in Spanish and he can go translate it, or I'll go ahead and translate it and then send it off. So he was just saying all these things to me. You know how Cuban guys are. Oh, bonita, my queen, mi vida, my life, wooty wooty woo, and they just gas you up or whatever. So that's what he's doing in the messages, as if we've been together for months and this is just normal. But when we finally did go on the date, and I had came back from vacation, I'm like, okay, this is the time I need to just do it because it's like for a moment, for a while, then I hadn't been going out or doing anything, going on any dates, seeing anybody. And if I did, it was kind of a quick one too. Texting him like, okay, I'm ready, let's do it. He pulls up because I had to make sure he had a car. You talking about going all these places, like what? So he pulls up, engine loud as hell. I'm like, oh my god. So I get in the car. He immediately, with them, they're like, like he immediately wanted to kiss and hug, and I'm like, hey, side hug, little face, little to the side, like to the face, like, hey. Now, mind you, he's smiling at me, getting the energy going, but of course, we don't know what each other's saying, so we just looking at each other while he's driving. He's barely driving because he's looking at me and hitting the brake, and he's trying to pay attention to the road, but he's trying to talk to me. And meanwhile, I got my phone and I'm typing, I'm trying to translate. I'm putting the phone up to him while he's driving. I already knew from jump this might be okay because our energy was there. Something we both wanted to do, and I was a little tipsy before he came. So that was good for me. I'm trying to respond to him and look at him, make sure my face matches the translation on the phone. We finally did get there. Like we instantly went in through the front or whatever, and he was trying to ask me, like the whole time we had the translation out. That's the only thing that got me, like, damn. The woman at the counter is asking us how many tickets we need, and I'm looking at him, and we pointing, and whoopty whoop. So apparently I knew more than he knew, and he was trying to teach me. And I'm like, I already know Papa, Mama. I already know the basic stuff, Sum it up. It's not really much detail to say because we were really showing it through body language. Like if he was winning a game, I'm like, ah, and he's like, oh, and he's excited, and he's like, ah, trying to make me lose, and he's pressing all on the buttons, making me fuck up, and I'm just like, but it was all fun and games, you know, like competition, like. So it was fun because we were both excited and expressing it through body language, but it wasn't because we couldn't be as vocal, you feel me, as we wanted to be. So after like a couple hours of him asking, you know, you want to go here, let's go here. We went to play the little arcade. I think it was Pac-Man or something. We went to do the bowling where you roll the ball and it hits the pins, or you try to hit it on the number. It was something else we played. I think it was virtual bowling. Like we would slide the ball, and the stream made it look like we was bowling. Like it was the weirdest bowling. But we went to Cart Country instead. That's what I meant to tell y'all. Originally, he wanted to go to Kentucky Kingdom, but me knowing who's all gonna be there, I'm like, no, we're not about to have a first date at Kentucky Kingdom. So we went to Cart Country, and it was fun. And he ended up buying me a slushie and things like that. And everything was cool because I know how to go about it because I work with those type of cultures. So when you can't say what you want to say on the spot, you kind of use your facial expression, little charades, or you point or do what you need to do so you can communicate. So besides actually talking, that's what we were doing. We were smiling, we was laughing, you know, um, pointing at certain things, pointing certain things out, you know, just that type of thing. And then sometimes he would say something in Spanish and want me to repeat it. But I'm like, I'm trying to teach you English. He didn't want to learn English. I don't know. Go karts and everything, y'all. Like it was fun, a fun date. We just couldn't be as vocal as we wanted to. Like we would express in different ways other than talking, obviously, unless we had the translator. So that was the only kicker to that. But y'all, so I'm asking him, is he ready to go? And he's like, sure, yeah. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm really am at this point. I'm ready to go. My social battery done ran out. I have nothing much else to say or to give. And it was fun. It wasn't like it wasn't. But at this point, I am kind of like, damn, I probably can't do this again. And not to mention, when we got out of the car, his outfit was the American flag up here with a bird, and the shorts was the American flag too. So I'm already like, what the heck? Okay, I'm already like, what the heck? I'm judging him off the clothes because at work it was different. It was the nice collar shirt, like he was going golfing with the long socks with the khaki shorts, and now you wearing graphic and graphic. You're matching. Like, why is the shirt matching the pants? Okay, that's what I didn't like at first. But as you know, when he first picked me up, but us leaving Cart Country, you know, I was ready to go home, but I felt like the energy was like he kind of wanted to do more. But in my head, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it'll probably maybe be another time. I don't know, but I was ready to go. So he kind of sped on it when it came to taking me home. I feel like he was kind of upset at that, because he probably expected more. But you know, it was good for me. It's all I really needed at that time, but like just to go out or at least be on a date somewhere with somebody else, type of thing. I had went on a few before that, but this one obviously he didn't know any English. Sorry. When he dropped me off, he really wanted to kiss me on my lips, but I let him get the cheek, and we took a photo, y'all. I'm not showing y'all the photo. But I just wanted him to let him know, you know, like I did have a good time. He is cool. Like I like his personality. And I found out his birthday's the day after mine. So we're both Sagittarius. But like I had a great time, wooty woo, wati wop, because it was actually fun. I hadn't been in country in forever, haven't been on a date in forever, or with a different you know, ethnicity in forever. Like I have in the past, but like it's been a minute since then. So it was good for me to get out and refresh and do what I needed to do to, you know, see what I wanted in life and date. And the second date was more intimate than the first one. And we were not really in public. So that is why. Let me know down in the comments if y'all want to know about the second date. I don't know if I gave y'all much insight or detail about this first part one date. But basically he picked me up, you know, he showed up how he was with the messed up car and the crazy clothes that match. And we just had to translate the whole time. But like we were laughing and speaking out loud, and you know we wasn't shying to ourselves. Like we was together, you know, laughing, smiling, pointing to stuff as if we knew both knew English or both knew Spanish. You probably wouldn't be able to tell, but then again you could. But overall, the date was fun, y'all. It's just I didn't know what he was saying half the time. And we couldn't express really what we wanted to say, but we knew who was winning them games and who was losing. So y'all let me know if y'all want to know about part two, because part two, we went to the park. And let's just say we went in the woods. Now, that's it though, y'all. Let me know if y'all enjoyed this video. I did try to give y'all as much insight as possible to make y'all really see what I'm seeing, but I'm not a good storyteller unless it just happened type thing. If you know, you know. When you're ready to tell it, you're ready to tell it. And this happened like, I want to say last year, like in the summer type of thing. So let me know if y'all want to know about part two, because part two is way more better than part one. Like, we knew each other in part two. Part one, we went to the car country, we didn't even know. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna try to, really paint this picture for y'all in part two, because part one, nothing really happened, but it happened. So I'll be back with another one. Like I said, y'all know what to do. Bye.